Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion.
Hello once again and welcome to Poetry in Motion Sunday. I'm Craig Lewis and you're watching episode 103. As we begin with my first poem, this one is called Humble Beginnings. Not fat, just big-boned, from young he had been known, but his size didn't deter him being happy in his kid zone. He writ poems, his bestie would call him Shakespeare. He loved the cakes his mum baked, so we'd always keep a plate near. His likability was the reason the Buddhists stayed clear. Like signs displaying hazardous, he wore a ready smile, so when it came to cameras, nice pictures came with ease. Never had a photographer once had to tell him to say cheese. His poems became a great read, his creations were taking traction. His hobby became a passion. Readings they would request like it was going out of fashion. He wrote poem after poem, notebooks were stacking fast. Who would have thought that his ideas would turn into stacks of cash? He said it feels so good to give his mother what she asked for. Hence the finer things in life he continues to graft for. I'm moving on to my second poem. This one's called 10 Times Better. Countless times it must be spoken, how many mornings he had woken on the side of his bed that's wrong. His mood would shift when he played a song on the playlist of his iPhone, which oft would take him to a place which made a smile embrace his face like an ice cream cone on hot days. But working in a tedious job till home time's what the clock says can feel a burden to one's soul. Hence certain folks prefer the dole, where the labor's always absent, as blatant as one's accent when speaking out aloud. Give them chores, they see the cloud hanging like a halo. The sun may shine and draw a rainbow so eloquent it makes you stare. Out comes a phone which you aim to the air to grab yourself a photo, to upload to your socials as you brag this British weather. When it rains it pours, but we can't ignore when the sun comes out, it's 10 times better. And moving on to my third and final poem, this one's called Stuck in This Lane. He jumped a train to Bristol to see the countryside. It said his brain was simple when he deemed this country's wide. As he viewed the map on his lap, sometimes he'd jump a train and have no way of getting back. 'Cause a ticket conductor had pulled him aside, they flagged him before he reached the other side. His patience is thin, he won't learn to drive. Everything must happen now. The cost of the trains that he had jumped, when tatted up, come to a foul. In the 90s, he once had a pal, and they communicate via pen. Now, Sandy's the type if he fails first time, he'll dress it up and try again. Sandy's admired by friends. In his life, the drama never ends. If one could make clearer that his lens in his life, then jumping trains he would grow out of. Find a girlfriend and maybe learn salsa, 'cause every man does need a helper. Let's hope Sandy fixes himself up so we can stop jumping these trains by hushing the devil that sits on his shoulder, keep him stuck in this lane. And there you have it, your poetry fix from me this week. I hope you enjoyed. Until next week, short and sweet. Take care.
Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday.